Last time on SAR Trail, we made our way to Utah and experienced our coldest night of camping. We woke to a beautiful day and were excited to get back on the trail in search of a campsite in the canyons on the San Rafeal River. Day 2 of this current Utah adventure begins right now. We are really excited. And you guys saw last time that we almost froze. It's still going to be cold tonight. It is what it is, you know, it's winter time. So we're looking for another awesome campsite. The one we were just at was really great. As you saw, we're looking for something a little bit closer to rocks and canyons or the rock walls, or I'm not really sure. Do we have a plan?
Yes, I think we're going to be along the river, the San Rafeal River.
Nice.
If we can find a good spot there. That's the plan.
If there's water in that river, I'm going to take a long shower. This desert trail winds its way through the canyon walls, with some of them towering well in excess of 1,000 feet above us. They have a very unique beauty. The mix of colors creates an ever-changing view through our windows. Overlanding has allowed us to see and experience so much diversity. We are firm believers that Bailey can learn by these adventures much better than by reading about them in a book or on a laptop. She is constantly in a new learning environment. So this is the old swinging bridge at the San Rafeal River. This thing is really neat. You can see it used to be driven on, probably had horse and buggy on it as well. This thing is really, really old. You don't drive it any longer, but it's cool. When Natalie and Bailey are walking across it, you can kind of feel it bouncing a little bit. Actually, I can make it, yeah, I can make it kind of sway even right here near the edge. Really cool. It's just two huge cables coming over that act as a suspension for this bridge. This thing is really cool. So right behind me and kind of right below me is the San Rafeal River. Really cool. Part of it's frozen over, part of it is not. Is this neat, baby?
Yes.
Yeah, this is really cool. As you guys are walking around and running around, I can feel the whole bridge kind of bouncing a little bit. But check this out. You stay still, okay? And then watch. You feel it moving?
If you run.
All right, I'll run.
Yeah, I can. I can feel it go like this.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
This is a gem. We knew that this swinging bridge was here, just didn't know that this was going to be this cool. This is really a beautiful sight with all of these canyon walls here and the river still flowing, kind of partially frozen, partially flowing. Hopefully you guys can hear it, but this is a really beautiful sight. After getting our first look at the San Rafeal River, we started to track it through the canyon. We really wanted to camp along its banks. Desert rivers don't always have water in them. We have seen way more dry riverbeds in the desert than ones that were flowing. So our goal was to find a site along the river in an area that wasn't frozen over completely. We veered from our initial trail to follow the river. This new trail had us pinned up against some huge canyon walls. There is always a sense of discovery when heading down a new trail without the benefit of a thorough description or guide. But we knew we were close to the river, and the views were incredible.
see. So now I'm gonna go explore.
See you, baby.
Yeah.
Like Bailey said, this place, I gotta say, Natalie and I drove up here and we're like, this place is a hidden gem. You don't find it in trail books. You're not gonna find it anywhere. This is just one of those things that we read about on a couple obscure 4x4 overlanding blogs, and we just got lucky and found it because there was no real directions, no anything. But man, we're right on the San Rafeal River, which is right behind you guys, which we'll show you in a bit. And look at these walls. It reminds us a lot of Valley of the Gods, where we stayed at before. It reminds us of like Monument Valley. This second phase Utah trip for winter of 2020 is coming out amazing. So we are so excited. We're gonna get camp set up before it gets cold, and we're gonna get dinner cooked before it gets cold. So it's gonna be a quick hurry up. And I don't know if you can see it, but off right over there, off like the corner of the Hummer, is the moon, and it's clear skies. We're going to kind of follow that moon and see what it does for us this evening, because we love tracking the moon moving through the sky. It's really cool. Behind me is a herd of cows, maybe 30 or 40 of them. We'd kind of like them to stay on that side of the trail. We don't want them kind of coming over here because they're a lot bigger than we are, but they're really cool to watch as they just kind of meander through all of this land here.
So I'm looking for a very pretty rock. Well, sounds very pretty.
Hi, we're cooking some chicken curry. Looking pretty good.
All right, so dinner is amazing. We're going to tonight get to bed before it really gets dark. That way the tent's not super cold. That way we're not cold, because last night Natalie was freezing. Took her a long time to get warmed up. So we're gonna do a little bit smarter this time. We've got a great fire, but it is dropping down into the teens here again tonight. Last night we were 8, 10 degrees, something like that. I don't know. Coldest night that we have ever camped in that tent, without question. So tonight we're gonna be better prepared. We already got our tent set up and our bed set up, so we will be good to go tonight. After a great dinner, we sat around the campfire to enjoy the sunset and then get into our tent before the temperature dropped. The next morning, we woke to the sound of the river and nothing else. You have heard us talk before about our quest to find the perfect campsite. This one is very high on that list. It's extremely private, it has flowing water, and the views are amazing. make breakfast, make coffee, get mommy warm. Good morning from camp, guys. It was a cold one last night, but we did okay. We bundled up. Natalie's a little bit chilly this morning. Got to get moving a little bit. I got up and started gathering firewood, so I'm feeling really good now. Bailey's by the fire. But now it's time for breakfast tacos, one of our camp favorites. And we're just gonna eat them right off the scuttle because by the time if we prepare them all, they're gonna be really cold because it's in the 20s right now. So let's get going, baby. Tell you what, it's not easy when all your ingredients are frozen. Tomatoes, onions, limes, avocados, but it's all gonna get on the scuttle and get warmed up. This is gonna take a little bit of time. We stayed bundled up until the sun finally came out and warmed us up. We decided to pack up and explore further down this side trail. Join us next Friday when we camp at a one-of-a-kind site nestled in the crevasse of a massive canyon wall. You won't want to miss our campfire. It really is incredible.